This is a reaction video to a video made by the Family TV, which is some good work. I dropped a link in the bio. Let's get into it.
From 1990 to 2005, you mean to tell me it took 15 years to get enough evidence to bring me down? That's unrealistic.
BMF, when they were like in full swing in Atlanta?
I think we went to like maybe 1 or 2 parties, but no, not really like that.
Yeah, no,
shout to Southwest T,
yeah.
Shout to Meech, Free Meech, and shout to Little Meech BMF coming soon.
Well, yeah, they flew me out, and I partied with them. And I just remember looking around with all the Ferraris and Lambos and the Cristal bottles and the billboards that say the world is BMF's.
Right.
And I was looking around going like, this is going to end so badly. This is going to end so fucking badly. Because it was obvious what was happening to even a civilian like myself. I was like, yo,
I mean, you gotta
party, get the fuck up out of here.
You gotta watch the show. Shout to 50. You know, but when that money coming, sometimes that money come like that. There's no stopping it. The money's coming. Them motherfuckers was rich. They was like the last niggas to do it. So
right, but their flashiness was on a level that I'd never seen before with an illegal operation. Ever.
But when you got 50 million or whatever, 100 million in the basement, you know they coming.
When I first heard about it, I was like, look, in 2003, they would come around like there was guys that had relationships. They were so embedded into the music business because when you can find your pockets, people like you around. Right? When you like at the nightclub and Puffy needs can't buy champagne because you bought all of it. They start to have to speak to you. There's no fun here tonight without anything. You know what I'm saying? So it starts everybody's relationships that actually develop. I stayed away from it. Because I know who I am.
Yeah. Fam, we got one of hip-hop's most iconic figures who's making his way around social media. Now, we're saying this happened since January 22nd, where the New York native, Curtis Jackson, aka 50 Cent, had went to Instagram and said the once drug lord from Detroit, Michigan, Big Meech, is a snitch. Now, it's been mixed reviews online, to say the least. Also, the timing is crazy. 50 Cent is set to release the 4th season of BMF. And people that know 50, they say he's trolling. They say this is a plot to get more views and ratings, which he done before with the artist/actor named Rotimi. But some say 50 Cent not trolling. Some say this is a man who disowned his son. So the fact that he would disown a man who once called 50 Cent his second father, after alleging that his father is an informant while still having him on his TV series, BMF. It's definitely something 50 Cent would do. But the real question is why? Having allegations date back to 2011, which we'll cover today. Now, my job here today is not to try to convince you is 50 Cent trolling or is he telling the truth? But I will present the facts of the allegations that's being brought up concerning another female who's very close to BMF. And after I present the facts, fam, you let me know at the conclusion. But I will say this out the gate. Calling a man a snitch in public is a damaging allegation, unless it's true. And I don't see how anybody would accept those type of allegations help marketing. But the answer might be just as simple as 2 + 2 = 4. Today we go over why these allegations was brought up. One video, one show, one 60-second clip has changed one thriving relationship and possibly business endeavors. But before we go over this one, I want you guys to remember, I won't give you no angle, I just give you the story. So with that being said, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. We'll jump right to it. Fam, we all know we win some and we lose some. With all the wins 50 Cent has managed to obtain during his career, one of the most damaging L's was a rap beef that escalated to court with his rap rival, Rick Ross. It seemed 50 Cent had allegedly obtained an S-tape that had complicit videos of Rick Ross' baby mother. One thing led to another. According to a judge, 50 Cent had leaked that tape. And because of that, he lost the lawsuit, he lost the rap beef, and Rick Ross can say whatever he want about 50 Cent, but 50 Cent can't say nothing about Rick Ross directly. And that's key to this video, because recently, Big Meech had just announced he's doing a homecoming concert. Various artists is set to perform, and one of those artists was Rick Ross, who we all know is 50 Cent enemy. So saying someone that 50 had a business relationship in his eyes with his enemy was enough, allegedly, to publicly call him a snitch. But there's also a man in Rick Ross who have a hit single in BMF, claiming he feel like Big Meech.
Think I'm Big Meech, Larry Hoover, whipping work.
Now, of course, for Big Meech concert, Rick Ross and Big Meech did a promo video, and this is when the relationship with Big Meech and 50 Cent took a turn for the worse. Check it out.
The biggest boss, Ricky Rose, the time has come. Meech I'm. February 13th, get your tickets right now, it's going down. We know Florida gonna be there, Miami gonna be there. The legend himself gonna be in the building, making history. Meech, who else coming?
The whole nation, Detroit, St. Louis, California, everybody. Atlanta, Georgia, ATL, stand up.
Woo. We gonna make history. Get your tickets right now. Y'all better be there February 13th. Meech I'm. I think I'm Big Meech.
Now let's stay on track. Some men would say another man relationship we don't know and just have a business relationship with has no concerns with them. But we're talking about somebody that's very, very petty and brag on being petty. Talked about disowning his son, but even in the recent passing of Irv Gotti, may he rest in peace, after, according to local reports, a stroke, 50 Cent claimed he was smoking on a Gotti pack, making a joke reference under a recent photo with more shares than actual likes. So we know we dealing with somebody that's very, very petty when dealing with his alleged enemy. And it was no different when it came to 50 Cent calling out Big Meech, accusing him of being a snitch. But he also highlighted a woman named Tammy Cohen. But I want us to slow down for a moment for us to truly get what's going on. And when you think of BMF, you might think of Big Meech, you might think of Terry, even the song with Rick Ross. But seldomly you hear about St. Louis or a guy named Cuffy, who had a troubled history with the law. Now, after being incarcerated a couple times, more about his story has been shared to light. Like after Big Meech having to pay a $1 million ransom for his friend, and allegedly Cuffy had to give Big Meech an M to pay the plug.
Come on, gang. Come on, gang. Whole time, come on, gang. Yeah, it's true. You gotta talk to Cuffy to know it, right? I talked to Cuffy, I talked to his daughter. Cuffy's daughter fucked up about it. She go for being rich out there fucked up, like ain't nobody trying to help her neither. Right? So shit be fucked up what really be happening behind the scenes, but everybody praising Meech, right? And I ain't got no problem with Meech. I think he should just holler at Cuffy. Cause it don't be sounding right. And Cuffy got paperwork. So if you got paperwork, you got paperwork.
Yeah, I mean, there's paperwork, but
it's paperwork. Meech a snitch. I'm not saying he a snitch, but Cuffy say he a snitch, gang. And I don't want no problem with BMF, because I'm BMF too. Right? But I gotta keep it real. I gotta keep it real. On GD. On Larry David.
So you know Cuffy?
Yeah, I know Cuffy. I know Cuffy. Listen, man, Cuffy from St. Louis. Everybody, he gave Meech $1 million. He started, well, he ain't started BMF, but BMF ain't had no money to get that pack. He gave him that pack. And he always around, right? Even when, you know, that one dude from St. Louis, what's his name? He's got out of jail again. Oh, what's his name? He the underboss, Junior, JR. What's his name?
JR. Yeah,
what's his name?
No.
J-Bo. Yeah, they put J-Bo in the trunk. He told me about that. When they put J-Bo in the trunk. All right, they put J-Bo in the trunk, had him in the trunk, and they made Meech pay to get him back. And Meech paid to get him back and shit, because J-Bo was running around selling dope in the Blue Myers. And he couldn't sell dope down there. They kidnapped him and put him in the trunk and made Meech pay him back. And so Meech ain't had the money. And so that's when he gave Meech the $1 million to go do the shit. Because Meech had to pay to get J-Bo back. So Meech ain't had the money for the plug. And so he had to pay the plug back for Meech. He gave Meech $1 million. So I'm on. They had J-Bo out the trunk though. They should have left him in the trunk. I would have left him in the trunk. That's what I'm on. That's a true story.
J-Bo's from St. Louis too.
J-Bo from St. Louis. J-Bo, he got put in the trunk. He's got out of jail too. And I fuck with J-Bo. Shout out to him.
Which led people to believe that because of that, Cuffy is a huge part on where BMF is today.
You know what I'm saying? And I know people heard me speak about Meech's paperwork situation with the last interview that we had, and a lot of people had a lot of stuff to say. They don't believe it, Blues hating. You know what I'm saying? And when I went back and I looked at everything, I was like, you know what, bro? It's only right and only one way to really do it. Only one way to really do it and just let Dog speak for itself. So I wanted him to call in, and this is him calling in during the interview. Go ahead, Cuff, man. You can introduce yourself and take the flow.
Blue, my nigga, what's up, man?
Yes, sir.
Hey, you know, a lot of people, man, is thinking that this thing is made up or this thing is fake or that I have an axe to grind. You feel me?
Right.
But I'm in here with a 27-year sentence based on Demetrius Flannery, as you all know as Big Meech, and Tammy Cowens, known in the paperwork as CS1.
Right.
Confidential source 1. So what Big Meech did was call a third-party cooperation. So Tammy Cowens signed up to be a DEA informant to give Demetrius Flannery a time cut, plain and simple.
Right. So
okay, so can you break down the story? Like, how do you know this? And how'd you come upon this information?
how do you know? How do you came upon this information though?
We were rewarded what's called a Franks hearing. It's based on a case called U.S. versus Frank. So I would implore your listeners to look the case up. And what a Franks hearing entails is that you're able to cross-examine your accusers, meaning government agents, meaning informants, and so on and so forth, just like a regular trial. So this was testified.
Now, for those who lost at this point, Cuffy is facing decades in prison after a woman who co-owned BMF while Big Meech was incarcerated, which we'll later discuss, played a significant role in his arrest. What Cuffy didn't realize is that the woman had been an informant since 2011. That woman was Tammy Cowens. She developed a close relationship with Big Meech, especially while he was incarcerated. Rumors suggest they were involved in an affair. Allegedly, this connection led to her being able to manipulate law enforcement, including getting an officer fired who was trying to assist Meech in securing an early release. The officer was Keith Cromer, who was a group supervisor for the Drug Enforcement Administration office in Atlanta. According to court records, he was messing with Tammy since 2011, and according to him, it was because his son had leukemia and passed away, may he rest in peace, in 2011, and he didn't know how to act. Tammy was paid $212,000 between 2011 and 2015, getting paid $2,500 a month. And some say that relationship helped come up with the idea and framing Cuffy in an attempt to get Big Meech home. However, this relationship also contributed to Cuffy's downfall, as the feds used information from her to build their case against him. Despite his attempts to communicate his side from jail, he has limited options due to prison regulations. Now, Cuffy got 2 murders in his recent indictment that got him 27 years in jail. But according to the feds, those 2 people who lost their life, who we'll later talk about, were witnesses for his case. Now, Cuffy is basically saying, without saying on the jail phone, that Tammy is the one who said something about the witnesses. But little did he know, she was the biggest informant. Cuffy received tips about witnesses testifying against him, witnesses who would later turn up dead. His indictment includes 2 murders, one of Terrence Morgan, who was killed on May 2nd, 2013, just a day after investigators disclosed that he had been caught on wiretaps, and another of Tildis Howard, who was killed on April 5th, 2010, in retaliation for cooperating with law enforcement. Now, it's a platform that I want to shout out before we continue, named Al Prophet. I believe the owner is a Detroit, Michigan native, and he broke down this case according to the 32-page indictment. I'm gonna leave the link in the bio, but let's continue. And as you heard in the interview at the very beginning, Cuffy didn't know who the real informant was until he was able to cross-examine his CI. And by the time he realized the truth, he was already incarcerated.
So now when Meech came up, it was a new person that came on, and his name was what's his name again, big homie?
Special Agent Keith Cromer.
Special Agent Keith Cromer is the new special agent after Jack Harvey retired. Now he's her handler, and they engulfed in a personal relationship, sexual, however they called it in the court. And through that relationship, it tainted the case, and it was dishonorable at that point. They had to throw that out. That's why Meech didn't get out. So now you pose the question of why is my big homie Cuff still in jail? And go ahead, Cuff, you can let them know why, how that happened.
From that conspiracy, they indicted me on 2 murder charges. Subsequently, I pled guilty to 2 gun charges in exchange for them dropping the murder charges.
Now, how did they, hold on, let me ask this for you.
How'd they set you up?
Hold on, let me ask this for you right quick. How did they get you on something that was totally different from the case that Meech and them had you in a wiretap for?
Out of a totally different, nothing to do with the drug conspiracy, but they falsely accused it as being a part of the drug conspiracy. And then they brought about the gun charges. That's using the gun charges in furtherance of a drug trafficking crime.
This call. So now we broke that down. How Big Meech had a plan allegedly with Tammy after she was sleeping with a DEA supervisor. They got caught, the deal didn't go through, but Cuffy still got indicted. And this situation is what 50 Cent referenced to in his recent rants about Big Meech. Now this situation raises questions about loyalty and portrayal on these circles, especially when it comes to high-profile figures like 50 Cent and Rick Ross. Because shortly after, Rick Ross had something to say. Check it out.
Nigga took a picture with Rick Ross. You like a hoe, nigga. Put your back against the wall and just slide down. You already know, car show going down June 7th. Get online right now, get your tickets right now. But for the hustlers, I want y'all niggas to understand you gotta stop making business personal. Get your money. You don't know these niggas don't know you. And for anybody going against Ricky Rose, let me have this. I've been putting my foot up you niggas at the last 15 years. Everything you niggas touch crumble. Why you think Rose on top? We don't take this shit personal. We getting to the nigga. Now, Big Meech, February 13th, that concert gonna be off the motherfucking hook. Putting this foot up you niggas and leaving it in your mother. Biggest boss, I've been separated myself from these broke niggas because they don't understand the rules to the streets. You understand? Don't no nigga owe you nothing, homie. Nigga don't owe you nothing. Y'all get money together, y'all niggas get money. Keep moving. All that extra shit, nigga. You niggas don't even have a relationship with your own brothers, nigga. Your own mothers and fathers. How the fuck you gonna act like you real close with me? Stop all that fake capping shit, nigga. That's why you niggas ain't got no money. You need a loan, come see the boss. When it's on, come see the boss. If niggas hating, if I ain't said nothing to you, nigga, I may want to do something to you, nigga. I told you in 06 who the biggest would be. I told y'all, these niggas in their emotions. Oh, nigga took a picture with Rose. Oh, man, these niggas emotional, nigga. Wipe your ass to the front, you heard? Hey, her hoe. Use it, her hoe. I'm gonna bust this bottle early in the day. One time for all the real ones. It's real, Ricky Rose. You looking at a young hustler on pace to get a B. And I'm gonna tell y'all this, and I want y'all to understand this. It's only great entertainment when you forget it's entertainment. Hey, Curtis Jackson, you more than welcome to bring that Versace Lamborghini to the car show June 7th, and your little homies. I know them niggas with them niggas, Auntie Murder. Yeah, nigga, I know you got a Toyota Tundra. I know it. I can see it in your face.
I think I'm Big Meech. Larry Hoover.
Imagine how many different times motherfuckers tried to fix the issues with me and Curly Jackson. No. I always said no. Why? It's a free TV show for me. I could wake up in the morning and say, that pussy can't dress. Nigga's a peon and he ain't got no paper. None. All that aqua vitamin water shit was foo-foo. Stop. And then I could just run an ad. It's like having a TV show. Diss a nigga, turn it, ratings up, boom. Then you give him a commercial, boom. And say Rick Ross car show June 7th. You feel me? That's what I got. I could wake up and who else could do that? I could wake up, fuck, that nigga's a pussy. Nigga ain't got no paper. Tight clothes nigga be wearing a Yankee hat with a Casablanca button up with the collar halfway turned up. Stop. I do want to do a BMF film because you've been entertained by a lackluster, small budget series. Now it's time to do a big budget film. Which director? Shout out to my homie F. Gary Gray, Antoine Foucault, what's up? Tarantino. It's a lot of legends. This is gonna be big.
Now to clarify, fam, Big Meech is home due to a new law, making this an opinion-based situation that gained public attention after a feud between 50 Cent and one of his biggest rivals, Rick Ross. But did the attempts happen? Yes. Was it successful? No. But now you have all the facts. I pretty much gave you the situation in under 15 minutes. It's time for you guys to let me know about this one in the comments. Now, 50 Cent recently shared a post featuring the informant at a premiere for BMF, claiming she's the, quote, real story, end quote. With everything laid out, who do you think is right and who do you think is wrong? But you know 50, he go all out. He allegedly leaked the messages between Lord Meech as he speak about the situation to 50 Cent. Quote, they just told me you unfollowed me off Instagram, and now you managing Skilla Baby with Rocket. When I brought him around you first when you didn't have a clue who he was. Now you mad at me when I would take the shirt off my back for you? I can't believe this, man. You act as if I'm your enemy. I only show you love and loyalty. I'm human. I go through my own shit, but I never switch up on you. F Ross. But he gave my dad some bread so he can afford to pay his bills until our next season starts. This internet shit is throwing me off, man. You know me in real life. Then 50 Cent put up eyes emojis saying what next season, literally. He also mentioned in another post that Lil Meech will be doing Love and Hip Hop soon. But with reading these text messages, you think a man to say this about his dad who was once a drug kingpin? It's food for thought. But there you have it. Talk to me in the comments, fam. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Until then, I'll catch you guys on the next one.
Man, it's looking real bad, Meech. It looked like you used Tammy to snitch so you wouldn't look like a snitch. But you old as fuck. What you care about a nigga snitching for? If you had to tell to get out, then come on and say, yeah, I told. I told on some people that didn't mean nothing to me. I mean, let's just keep it a buck. Everybody going crazy about this ratting this, ratting that. Man, 50 knew he was a rat. 50 knew that, hey, bro, you get out of line, I'm going to do you dirty. I'm going to do you dangerous. And that's exactly what he did. He exposed Lil Meech. Lil Meech, what was wrong with you, bro? If you ain't know nothing else, you should have known that, hey, I better not just say nothing or stand with my pops, because once you showed that you wasn't in allegiance with your pops, 50 say you a bum. You done. That's why he exposed the text messages. Yeah, he know you in real life, but he treated you like you was a woman. Why? Because he could. Y'all gave him all the ammunition. Meech, why would you go stand with Rick Ross? Like, what? Even if the money was messed up or whatever you did, like, man, come on, bro. I know you were smarter than that, but I know you probably was like, you know what, man? Fuck 50. I'm Big Meech. Bro, you been in prison for a long-ass time. Them days that you throwing money and being relevant, you only was relevant really because of 50, because 50 dropped the sitcom, and we watching it every week. Like, we watching Power every week. I don't know, just didn't look right, bro. Rick Ross played you. He knew 50 was gonna act like that and fuck up your whole bag. Now what you got? Rick Ross ain't gonna give you nothing. You see how he don't even pay his employees at Wingstop. Why he popping off? Look at, Google that. Rick Ross don't pay his people at Wingstop. Like, they working, he ain't even paying them. Come on, bro. I mean, the whole situation, I mean, come on, man. You got Blue Da Vinci doing things, talking about, man, I've been telling y'all for the last 10 years he was ratting, da-da-da-da-da. He's a rat, too. Blue, you a rat, too, bro. You talk to people, you talk to the feds, you talk to anybody, you're a rat. All the criteria checks off for you. You're a rat, so you can't call anybody else a rat. Like, the code of the street is broken. Broken. Really, the only one that's kept it solid, 10 toes down, was Terry. Southwest T. That man ain't say nothing. You don't hear nothing about him in no paperwork. You don't hear nothing about nothing. Y'all so uppity about this paperwork. Y'all motherfuckers wasn't committing crimes. You won't have to worry about a motherfucker stealing on you, telling on you. What kind of shit is that? You don't know nothing else. Do crimes by yourself, because you ain't gonna never tell on yourself. And if you do, you the biggest dummy in the world and you deserve to be where you're going. Flat the fuck out. That's just me. You know what I mean? I'm just, just a local joker. I ain't talking about nothing. I ain't making no noise, but I'm just letting you know how I feel. Big Meech, I mean, you done fucked up the legacy, bro. And you can't even do nothing with your own name. You can't even do nothing with the stuff you started with. BMF belonged to 50 now. He about to just grind it in the ground. It's over with. It's over. Y'all gonna have to cash him out for the name again. For the name you started. Doing some third-party cooperation, like that was smart. Like, come on, man. Oh, that ain't got nothing to do with me. It got everything to do with you. The woman is associated with you. The Tammy, whatever her name is, that woman associated with you, bro. My man and the family TV just broke everything down. Man, get your life together, bro. Like, man, y'all. If you gonna tell on a motherfucker, you shouldn't be doing no kind of nothing. But that's what everybody do. Go out here, do crimes. You flaunt all this money, dope, and everything like that, and you got the nerve to tell on somebody. I wouldn't give a fuck if it was the plug and he told on y'all first, all this other yin yang shit. You got too much money, you run your mouth. You was never supposed to come home with your name being in paperwork. You know that's exposure. Everybody, that's all they do, exposing everybody. He in paperwork, he in paperwork, he in paperwork, he in paperwork. And the streets is broken. Ain't nobody real out here. Man, you better off doing dirt by your damn self, because these motherfuckers gonna tell on you. Tell on you. Oh man, let's go do this. Yeah, man, I'm gonna ride that. Man, these motherfuckers be rats. So you better off just doing the shit by yourself or just, man, get you a job. Fuck it, jump on YouTube. Make you some YouTube money. Do something. Fuck the streets. That shit broke. Be at home, get you a wife, some kids, take care of your family, build you a business or something. You know what I mean? Grind to the top. You know what I mean? Anything else? Fuck everything else, because ain't nothing else out there. The streets is broken. The streets will never love you. Point blank, period.